With summer season in full swing, the countdown is on to finish siding.
A lot of our trim is looking like spaghetti.
It's one of those days where it feels like nothing can stop us.
Should I come up?
Really slippery on that side. Reach over and grab this.
And even though sometimes you have to make a mess to make something beautiful,
We're not playing house right now. We're trying to build the house first.
It looks like you're taking the house apart, actually.
Oh. We're doing all kinds of stuff to the house.
the vision is truly coming to life.
There is still the perfect spot in that corner for my hot tub.
All right, so I am out here in the excavator, just got it started, making sure no mice made their way in here and nibbled on wires throughout the winter and it wasn't gonna run. We're gonna need to use the excavator to grade out and get the area of the back patio ready for concrete. Actually, in like 2 days, Con and his crew are gonna come up, prep that, and in like 3 days, they're gonna come and pour that slab. So it's gonna be done and ready for us to build some stairs on it so that we can get our inspection done really, really soon. Very excited for that. Also, my cousin Casey is gonna be coming up in about 10 days to install the rest of the handrails and the stairs and all that stuff. And honestly, once the slab and the handrails and all that stuff are in, we're ready to call for final inspection. So that's very exciting. We're probably maybe 2.5 weeks out, and we'll be able to get this place inspected and hopefully we'll pass and be able to live in it and have no issues. Feels like a brand new machine.
Just like getting right back on the horse.
Yeah.
You remember how to drive it?
No, but I learned really quick.
Okay.
I think I just have so much fun in the machine. I just want to like get in there and start doing stuff and cleaning stuff up and smoothing things out.
There's so much to do too.
Hopefully when we get done with all of the siding, we'll be able to get all the landscaping kind of cleaned up into like a manageable state. The issue here is that everywhere I put gravel, the mud just absorbs it like the next year or the next winter. And so I need to start putting like some landscaping fabric or like some water barrier and then putting gravel on top of that and bedding it so that when the water goes through the gravel, it hits the barrier and goes down instead of just turning the clay into mud. We'll get it figured out. Hopefully this year's the year. These are hoofs.
Oh, that's cool. Are you sure? Not a mountain lion? No, those are hoofs. Could be a dinosaur.
You walking around barefoot out here.
It's so rude.
Everybody had a hard year. Nobody got their pay. What a time for the lonely ones. Thought every dog had its day.
I just put Billy down for a nap in his new bedroom. Last night was the first night Billy slept in his new room. He woke up once, which is pretty typical for him these days, but that was it. And then he went right back to sleep after I nursed him and slept until about 7:30. So that was a huge, huge success. Leo has been sleeping in his new bedroom, and last night he didn't get up at all, which is another big win. So everyone is starting to slowly adjust. Trent and I are still sleeping in the loft because there's a bunch more that has to happen in our new bedroom, but that's fine. I have no rush moving into that as long as the kids are both like settled and comfortable in their new rooms. It gives them just like a little bit more soundproofing and just better sleep, I think, for everybody. So we're all feeling pretty good. It is weird though, because I'm just like reusing pieces from around the house. So that like big buffet hutch dresser that used to be here is now in Billy's room. So it just feels like, you know, a chaotic mess in here, kind of like it always does, but there's just like stuff all over the floor because I emptied out that dresser before moving it into Billy's room. So it continues to be a very disorganized mess in most of the house, but the boys' bedrooms are clean, organized, comfortable, cute, and I'm thrilled with how they've come out.
Richmond, Virginia, the story starts 1848 on the Ides of March. Jackson Merriweather, born into the tether, to work the land and never live to see it die.
It's a good dog. Oh, yes. It's a pretty. Heard there's been a Steve sighting already this morning.
Steve.
Steve. Every hummingbird is named Steve.
Oh, nice. Hummingbird Steve.
We've already refilled it once.
Yeah.
They're out.
Need to get some more juice.
It's pretty cool.
So we are going to start doing siding now. We have a strip with the 2 front windows that's above the roof over the deck. We're going to start there, try and finish that whole section there. The good news is we really don't have that much left. We do have this section here under the deck.
Okay.
We have a new door that's going to replace the sunroom door. It's actually in the sunroom. I'm just holding off on doing that because I don't really want to do those doors. And then we ordered a new door to replace this door. It's wood again. It should be sealed when it comes, so I shouldn't have to stain it. And because it's out of the elements, the sun isn't going to be baking on it. It will be under extreme temperatures because of hot and cold, how cold it gets up here and how warm it is inside the house. But I'm hoping that this door will last a lot longer and be in a lot better shape than this door. And I will be very happy to rip this one out and get rid of it. The only issue is we're gonna have to redo the trim on the inside and obviously the trim on the outside, but we'll have a door that seals, that is a nice, like high quality door. I'm very excited for it. But before we can do the siding on this side of the house, we have to replace those 2 doors. So we're gonna leave that for another day. We have this little section right here. So then other than the 2 front sections, what we have left is this gable wall right here, which we kind of need a man lift to get the very top of the gable wall done here, at least do it safely. It was hard enough to get these sheets here up with Brandon and Grayson and I, and now it's just Brandon and I. So we're gonna get a lift tomorrow and we're gonna be able to finish this wall up here, and then we have to finish the end wall up here that has the 6 windows. That's actually the side of the bedroom. So
Can a lift reach that?
I think so. It did before.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. Cool.
hopefully today we're going to focus on the front wall up there, maybe this lower section here. Needless to say, we got our work cut out for us today.
Spring of 65, came back to start life, work on his own time and learn to live again. He became a father, Scranton's finest barber, make his way out from the way that he came in. When I go, I'll die a free man, in a place where I belong.
You want different shoes on that roof? Alright. Okay, bye. We're in that really nice pocket of the season where it's still actually kind of cool outside, at least in the mornings. Soon it will just be hot all day long. But for right now, as long as we wear sun shirts, we can actually get away with wearing like pants and not being super overheated. Hopefully we can get this done before it gets, 10,000 degrees.
4 by 48.
You gonna throw it? All right, inaugural first cut of siding of the season.
Right.
Here we go. Should I come up and come?
Really slippery on that side.
Is it?
Here, let me hold the camera. Reach over and grab this. And kind of stay on the ribs.
Step on the rib. Don't step on the flat spot.
Ever?
No.
Yeah, just step on
Step on the ribs.
That's just a lot.
They'll give you more grip. Okay. It feels weird, but
Yeah, it does.
you won't slide off.
Trent's advice to me is don't fall. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty then. I lift this up. Nail it.
You want me to nail it?
Yep. So you're gonna push this, push that in all the way, and then just go boop. Just blap the trigger one time.
Blop.
Right here. Okay.
Right here.
Go. And that one like 4 inches below it. Piece is gonna be really hard to transport because it's gonna have like a thick section at the top, a thick section at the bottom, and a skinny little connecting piece.
The trim won't cover that. You have to do siding all the way to the window.
Yeah, this trim might cover that, but you still have to put the siding there so that it sits flat.
Can you just do an L shape and have like the bottom piece be separate?
If it breaks, that's what you'll end up doing.
Yeah.
You'll just have 2 pieces. But the objective is to have it not break.
Okay.
Hopefully we can do that.
I'm on the roof, Leo! Hi!
Hi, Leo!
Hello!
Alright.
Nice!
Pretty good.
Perfect!
Bad for our first time. Is it beautiful?
Beautiful.
Pretty good.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, had to reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become.
All right, so they're gonna drop a boom lift off for us down here pretty close to the house. Not that close to the house, but closer than at the highway.
Yeah.
It still takes like an hour or two to drive that thing up to our house from where they drop it, but it's gonna make a world of difference finishing up the siding on this gable end and then the big high end on the back of the house. So
Cool.
tomorrow, about midday, when we get it up here, we'll be able to start hanging those sheets with the boom lift. I think we'll be able to finish this front portion here today and maybe start working a little bit on the lower section of this wall. And then tomorrow, the race is on, baby.
I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket.
Hey, mister.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hopping like King Focus.
You're hopping like King Fergus?
Yeah.
Let me see. Because he only has one leg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 peg legs.
You have 2 peg legs?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I can hop.
That is really good hopping. That was a big nap.
It's like an hour and a half.
Nice.
Yeah. Show Mom how you shuffle.
I do it like.
You're silly. One thing we've been really focused on for the past year or two is just really staying healthy, preventing aging, doing what we can to just live our best lives and slow down the aging process. And that's why I absolutely love these MitoPure gummies by Timeline, and Timeline is the sponsor of today's video. I've been taking these gummies basically every morning for a few months now, and I think they make a huge difference. It's the best, easiest, tastiest way to get your daily dose of cellular rejuvenation. MitoPure is a breakthrough supplement clinically proven to renew aging cells, a pure and patented form of the longevity nutrient urolithin A. It works by converting cellular damage into energy for increased muscle strength and cellular energy. Can a strawberry flavored gummy really improve strength without exercise? According to Timeline's 15 years of research, yes it can. If you're looking for a great way to slow down aging and just take care of your body, these MitoCure gummies are the perfect solution. If you haven't tried them yet, now is the perfect time. If you click our link in the description below and use code GUMMIESGIFT, you can actually get a free sample pack of these Timeline gummies. Thanks again to Timeline for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna get cleaned up and head outside.
That's our perfect. The trim is what's wavy.
It looks like half-cooked spaghetti.
That's so far from perfect too. Look, you should have seen this end. They're all going, wow.
All right, things are moving slowly here. One of the problems that we do have is our trim that was sitting on top of this bunk, and the snow built up on it and kind of like bent it and twisted it, and the sun did its thing and the cold did its thing. A lot of our trim is looking like spaghetti. Now, we don't necessarily need them in 20-foot lengths, so as long as there's like straight sections of some of them, we should be able to cut them and use them to trim out the doors and the windows and stuff like that. Thankfully, the bunk that has the skinny trim, which is going to be our bats for the board and bat setup, they're relatively straight, and I think those are actually going to be a little bit easier to work with. Plus they're a little bit skinnier, so maybe they're easier to manipulate. But needless to say, we're making some progress today. It is a warm one out here. We're almost done with this upper top section of the roof, and then hopefully we can start working on the lower end of the gable over here and get some of that done before the end of the day.
While the guys are finishing up some siding, I was able to get a couple things delivered that I wanted to throw into Billy's room. What's funny about Billy is that by now, by like 9 months, Leo had started sucking his thumb and completely started ignoring a pacifier. Billy does not suck his thumb, which is great for our future orthodontist bills, but he is obsessed with the pacifier, which I'm kind of okay with at this point. It's a great way to self-soothe. I really only give it to him when he's napping or sleeping or in the car seat. But if he loses it in the middle of the night, he freaks out and he will not go back to sleep until he finds a pacifier. So we've been like dumping bucketfuls, probably like 4 or 5 pacifiers into his crib at night so that if he wakes up without it in his mouth and he can't calm himself down, he can just kind of like spread his arm out and most likely he'll be able to find one nearby. The problem with this crib is that he's not used to having a crib with slatted open sides. The pack and play is perfect because it has like full length walls, so the pacifier can't get knocked out of the crib. But on every other crib, we have to put mesh netting around the sides of the crib, not like as a bumper, not to protect him from like getting arms and legs out of the crib. It's from pacifiers falling out of the crib. He's almost a year, so I'm not really worried about like any harm coming from putting up some netting. It's completely breathable anyway, and it's really tight and like secured. He's not able to like pull it off or anything. He loves to throw them, which is like so counterintuitive to me. I'm like, if you like the pacifier, stop throwing the pacifier and then being upset that you don't have the pacifier. Anyway, the netting that I got, I don't know if it's gonna work because the two sides are full boards. And the way this one works is it's like a tension thing. You have to wrap it all the way around the crib. So he might be sleeping in the pack and play for a few more nights, but that's fine as he gets used to this room. And last night, and for his first nap so far, it's been good.
You can get it up to me, like kind of at an angle like this. We'll set it on the air conditioning unit, and then you'll climb up on the air conditioning unit, and then as I pick it up, you can pick it up.
Shimmy it up to you.
Well, if we can shimmy it up to where it's like kind of at the height of the Z flashing, and then get the roof in that gap, and then like kind of slide it up into place. Well, right side, you gotta hold that on while we slide it over. No, it's gonna slide over a few more inches.
We're in. Nail it.
I don't have the gun.
These guys are making moves, taking names, getting it done. There's not that much I can do except moral support, so I'm gonna clean out and get some stuff ready down here for our deck that should be fully railed in the next like week or two. It's definitely hang out on the porch season, and we don't have any chairs up there until today. Good, you wanna help me for a second?
Sure.
Yeah, you do.
What do you need help with?
Una mesa abajo.
A mesa. Leo! Ah! Are you making poo? Looks like poo.
What are you making?
I'm making cookie mix.
Cookie mix?
Yeah.
What type of cookie?
Just regular one.
Just regular ones, okay. Chocolate, vanilla, raisin.
It is strawberry.
Strawberry. Delicious. You love your dada? Yes. Boop, 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 boop. Trent just reminded me that last year we didn't bring up any of the furniture on the deck ever, not even once. We were so busy building this roof over the deck There was just construction all over the deck the entire summer long that we never really like spent any time hanging out here or had any room for furniture. So I'm super excited to be bringing this up, but I don't think I'm gonna fully set it all up since there's obviously still a little bit more of siding that needs to happen right here. Maybe we'll get that done today, and then maybe I'll set up all the furniture. The fire pit is a two-man job, the last step.
We're not playing house right now. We're trying to build the house first.
It looks like you're taking the house apart, actually.
Oh. We're doing all kinds of stuff to the house.
All right, well, eventually these chairs will spread out a little bit more toward the middle when it's not like such a work zone. We'll put our fire pit in there that Brandon got for us a couple years ago, which we can finally use for real. I'm so excited. And then we have a little dining area, which freaks me out because there's no railing around the stairs right now. So all of this is a little bit premature because it's not like a fully enclosed space, like with safe railings. But as long as we're out here monitoring what's going on and nobody's getting too wild, it should be nice now that it's like comfortable enough for us to hang out here.
Put the fireplace on the sunroom or the casita deck. Catch our ceiling here on fire.
Put a vent over it and pipe it out that way.
Yeah.
Put a hood above it.
Just turn the shop back on.
Well, it's
All the
propane.
above it.
No, the thing is, it's propane. So you just like put it. You can control how hot it is and how big the flame is. You just put it tiny, tiny bit. It's not like a huge bonfire. It's like a little tiny little thing. You make it like a stove flame.
You know, you should be an inspector. You seem to have all the answers.
You should get to work.
I'm trying.
Like you're not doing anything.
I'm tired.
Yelling at me.
Wow! Hey, Mom, look at my tattoos.
Nice tattoos, buddy.
It's a fox and a panda.
A fox and a panda. Cool.
Hey, I got a fox and a panda.
You got a what?
A fox and a panda.
A fox and a panda?
Yeah, fox and a panda.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. The hummingbirds have been loving our hummingbird feeder, and we can tell that they're all different. They have a little bit different markings. Some have like more red, some have darker, like head coloring. But to Leo, every single one of them is Steve. I don't know if he thinks that they're all different and they're all differently and uniquely named Steve, or he thinks they're just all the same bird. But he always goes, "Look, Steve's back. Look, there's Steve." So now every hummingbird is Steve. We're gonna take the door out today.
Yeah. And just leave it open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a week,
Put a screen up.
2 weeks.
Put a piece of plastic over it.
Nice quiet door.
Yeah.
We got a bunch done.
Yeah.
We got the whole front face done. We got basically the second row completely finished on the gable end wall, and we got one piece of the third row, but after that the pieces were going to be too big and I needed a lift to do it safely. So now we just have the 6-window wall of our bedroom, the rest of the third, and then there's like a little scab fourth row on the gable wall, and then this wall right here, and we're done hanging siding, or at least the sheathing
On the house.
on the house.
The problem is those big sections have a bunch of big cuts because there's about a lot of windows there,
Yes.
and we only have like 2 days to do them.
Yes, we are 1,000% under the gun. But I think tomorrow, once the lift shows up, in a full day, I think we can get all the bats and all the siding hung on that wall.
Okay.
And then the only problem is like every cut and everything, you have to like bring the man lift
Right.
down, do the thing, bring the man lift. So like that takes a long time. But I think we can get all of that done tomorrow.
Okay.
And then worst case scenario, Friday when Con comes and starts trying to do all the prep and the concrete and all that stuff, we can get the man lift like over here where Brandon's cutting and reach the peak from there. So if we have to do the peak last, we can. I rented it for 2 weeks technically. And
You better order
It's
some more
like-
siding.
well, that's the thing is like, do we just try and get like the middle section of siding like above the 2 garage doors built all the way up to the gable and use the
Yeah.
machine to do all that, and then
Work
send the
down.
machine back
Yeah.
and then finish the rest of the siding and stuff? And it'll look really stupid because as soon as we hang that siding, we're just going to come back to the house and work on all the trim and then paint this and do everything and then go back to the garage. But
Probably better to do that though.
Yeah. Or just send the machine back early and
Rent it again
rent it
when we're
again
ready.
when we're ready.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not sure.
It is the end of the day, but one last thing before everybody takes off. So excited.
I guess yours is tile too, yeah?
The best part about this whole setup is we have an eating area, a grilling area, a fire pit area, and there is still the perfect spot in that corner for my hot tub.
I know it's still under construction.
Yes, I know. Eventually, that's where it's gonna go. I'm so excited.
I'll get a hot tub today.
Yeah.
All right, well, we had a good day. Hopefully tomorrow is just as good.
What a day.
What a day is right. Honestly, our siding is literally spaghetti. All of the trim is spaghetti. And I don't know if we can actually correct that or not. Once we finish putting up the sheets of siding and we start doing the trim, we'll figure it out. It's like kind of a wood material. It's not actually like hardy board siding or trim. So it's a little more flexible. You can kind of manipulate it and stuff. So I'm thinking maybe we're not like completely up a creek without a paddle, but there's a chance we have to scrap a bunch of that trim and get new trim. So we've got big problems with the siding, but it feels really good to be outside and working in the sun again.
The highs and lows.
Yeah, but anyway, we've had a really long day. We are ready to hit the sack. If you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, make sure you guys show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to Timeline for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.
I don't cross my T's. I don't dot my I's. I won't say pretty.